welcome back to this channel, and we are back with yet another episode of weight loss and wellness. Yes, my name is Sarah and this is Just Being Sarah. Today I'm going to talk about the beginner guidelines for those who want to lose weight after childbirth, after giving birth. Yes, because that is how I ended up adding weight, and that is how I landed in intermittent fasting to help me lose the baby weight. That is how I ended up adding weight, and I landed into intermittent fasting, and it helped me lose. For this journey, what I actually did, I had to wait until my son was weaned. Of course, not fully, because he could breastfeed sometimes, so at least I had some time not to exclusively breastfeed, because now he was now into complementary feeding. Don't fast if you're exclusively breastfeeding, because you need the calories, you need the energies. So don't wait until your son is fully weaned or partially weaned. And so another thing is that don't stress over perfection. Like we said, your fasting is not supposed to be that perfect. If today you didn't get to 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, or 20 hours, tomorrow is another day, right? So it's not supposed to be perfect. So don't stress over perfection. We have different journeys, we have different lives, so you don't have to be perfect. The thing is, start and be consistent, keep on going. The first thing that you need to do is that you need to be mentally prepared for this journey, because this is it's going to be a physical and a mental fight. So you have to be mentally prepared for this journey. You have to make up your mind that you're going to start losing weight. That is the first step into intermittent fasting. The second thing you need to do is that you need to start the journey. You don't have to start big, just start small. That means you want to try to even stay 12 hours without food. That is starting. You don't have to get to 16 hours on the first day. You can just do 12 hours just to try. Okay, so in the first trial you can do 12 hours, you can do 14 hours, so that you can gradually increase the hours. So the first thing you need to do is just start. The thing is that you don't have to be too hard on yourself when it comes to diet. You can just start with your normal diet, whatever that you're eating, just start with it, so that eventually once you get used to fasting, you can start eliminating. I don't even advise eliminating. You cut down on some foods. You can just start doing the hours but still maintain the food, so that once your body gets used to the fasting, you can start cutting down on foods. And mostly the foods that I advise people to cut down is junk foods, or the fast processed foods, ultra processed foods. Yeah, you need to cut them down, because they are notorious in spiking insulin. So when you're starting, you can just have them, yes, but when you start getting used to the protocols, you can start now cutting them down. An example is, if you are doing chapatis every day or 3 chapatis every day, you can start by doing 2 chapatis every day. Then gradually you start now reducing on the number of days that you are having the chapatis. You can maybe even have twice a week chapatis or thrice a week chapatis. Now you see you're cutting down the number of chapatis and the number of days you're having this processed food, and then you will now end up prioritizing all foods. Yes. Another thing is that you don't have to compare your journey with somebody else's journey. Our bodies are different, how we adapt to situations are different. So just start your own journey and stick to it. Don't compare yourself to other people's journey. There are some people whose metabolism is faster than yours, or your metabolism is faster than theirs. So those with faster metabolism, they lose weight very fast. and those with slower metabolism, they tend to take longer for them to lose weight. So don't compare your journey to other people's journey, because our bodies are different, our metabolism are different. So stick to your own routine and adjust gradually. Don't do it suddenly, because it's going to be tough for you to adjust or to be consistent. So stay focused and don't compare your journey to other people's journey. Yes. Another thing is that when you're breaking your fast, be gentle. Be gentle in terms of food. You can start slowly. You don't have to overeat when you're breaking your fast. You can start with maybe a cup of yogurt, a bowl of fruit, and then you can go ahead to eat your food now, your daily foods, right? So be gentle when you're breaking your fast, because we don't want to spike. The thing is that we don't want to be spiking insulin when we're starting the eating period. Yeah, so we want to keep the insulin as low as we can. So be gentle when you're breaking your fast. You can just have a snack, and a healthy snack in this case is a cup of milk, yogurt, fermented milk, chia seeds, soaked chia seeds. Yeah, they help a lot. So be gentle when you're breaking your fast. Another thing to remember is that intermittent fasting is not a quick fix. Yes, it's not a quick fix. It's not a quick fix. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle in that you're creating a habit that you can be able to sustain for the longest time. So if you want to start intermittent fasting because you want to lose 10 kgs in a week, my friend, you're lost. This is not for you. It's not a quick fix. It's a lifestyle. It's something that you want to curate so that you can adapt it for the longest time in your life and be part of your life. So intermittent fasting is not a quick fix, but it's a lifestyle. Intermittent fasting is going to help you regulate your eating habits and your appetite, right? So over time, you're going to adapt into this lifestyle that you don't have to eat when you're hungry. Actually, sometimes you might be even thirsty. So it's a lifestyle and not a quick fix. Get that before you jump into intermittent fasting. You're not going to get into intermittent fasting and you want to lose 30 kgs in 1 month. It doesn't work like that. With intermittent fasting, it's slow and gradual and steady. It's not sudden. Yeah, it's not a quick fix. With intermittent fasting, I don't advise. From my own journey, I didn't eliminate foods, but I had to cut down. You don't eliminate foods, but you cut down. So if you're getting into intermittent fasting and you're going to eliminate some foods, and then you cannot do without them for the whole of your life, then you're cheating yourself. Because the moment you start introducing those foods into your diet, you're going to gain the weight back, or your weight loss journey is going to stall. So don't eliminate foods that you know very well that you can no longer do without them for the rest of your life. That is why I advise on cutting down and not eliminating them completely. Because the moment you reintroduce them into your diet, my friend, you're going to stall or you're going to add back a weight. So cut down but not eliminate. So through my journey of intermittent fasting after giving birth, this is what actually I did. I remember there's a whole month that I tried fasting and I couldn't manage. I gave up. I gave up after 1 month because I weighed myself and there was nothing that was happening. Also, I was struggling mentally because this was a new journey. And that time I wasn't mentally prepared. I was just like, I want to lose weight. But I wasn't mentally prepared into this journey. So I tried for 1 month. Consistency, I didn't have the consistency. I also stepped on the scale, I remember, and there was nothing that was happening and I lost it. But after some time, I went back and I had to have a conversation within myself, and I was like, you know what, this time round I need to make up my mind. Now I started getting now mentally prepared even before I started the journey. So I told myself it was high time for me now to at least give it one more time, and I gave it one more time, and here I am. I lost the weight. Yeah, so that is what helped me. And at that time, I didn't, for the second time when I was doing intermittent fasting, I didn't put myself under pressure of being the perfect one, in the chance that in the context of having well balanced meals. What I told myself is that I'm going to start no matter what. I'm going to start with what I have, with what I'm eating right now, with the way my diet is. As complicated as it was, I just had to start. And remember, this is what I did. I used to push my breakfast forward. That means if I woke up today at, let's say, 7, I was not supposed to have my breakfast at that time. I could get busy, do laundry, clean up the house and tidy up everything, so that by the time I'm sitting down to have my breakfast, it was around 11 a.m. to 12 now p.m. That is how I managed now to get my body used to my brain getting used to not having breakfast. And I did it for 1 month. And I was like, this is something that I can easily do. So I kept doing that for 3 months. That is when now, after 3 months, when I stepped on the scale, actually, I saw the scale was moving despite me not cutting down any food. So I was like, oh, you mean I can do this? Let me try to cut down from 1 loaf of bread to some slices. And that is how actually I moved up to at this point that I don't even crave for bread. So I had to be gentle. I started with the situation as it was, but later on I managed to do it. And I started with I've been doing short fasts. 98% of my intermittent fasting journey has been over short fasts. When my body started getting used to 16 hours, I moved to 18 hours. Yeah, 18 hours, and I could comfortably do 18 hours without being pushing myself around with food cravings and etc. Then I moved to 19 hours. You don't have to get to 18 actually. When you get to 16 hours, some people start with 12 hours. It's recommended because now you want to build that habit of staying away from food. So 12 hours is okay. As a beginner, you can start from 12 hours, then you move to 14 hours, 13 hours, still okay. Even if you add 20 minutes, it's okay. At least you're pushing yourself. You're not the same person who you were yesterday. At least you've moved 30 minutes above, you see. So you can move even if it's 10 minutes, still you're doing it. It's progress. Progress is progress. So you can do 12 hours, then you move to 13 hours. Just have to challenge yourself. The progress. You don't have to do it suddenly. It's gradual. Actually, that is what I used to do. I moved from 16 hours to 17 hours. Then I was like, ebu nijaribu, I push myself 1 hour more. And I could, nikapata like I could easily move 1 hour from my target. Then later on, I moved gradually up to I could easily do 24 hours without food. I could survive 1 meal a day without having to struggle, and I was comfortable. Up to now, I'm doing 1 meal a day, and I'm very comfortable. Even when I'm shooting this video, actually, I'm in my fasted state. And I'm comfortable because it's something that I've trained my mind and not to worry a lot about food, because eventually I'm going to have the food. Yes, so that was how I managed to do it, and I lost the weight. So we're gonna do the do's and the don'ts of intermittent fasting now through my journey. Yes! Final thing is, if you have a chance of not adding weight, please do it. Hey, Please don't add weight if you have that chance, because weight loss is not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. Yes, please don't become fat. Don't get fat, please. If you have that chance of not getting fat, please don't get fat. Because my friend, my dear, don't get fat. Because losing weight is another journey. It's another journey. It's tough, but it's doable. Okay? See you in the next episode. Bye bye.